welcome, Michelle. Welcome to our listening audience. This is the first of hopefully many podcasts that we're looking to do. I'm Jackie Geip. I'll be one of the hosts, and I have Chris Loisel with me. He'll also be co-hosting. And we have Michelle Palmgren here. We're coming at you live from the Escanaba Center up in the UP. And we're just going to chat a little bit, get to know a little bit more about Michelle, why she became an educator, what inspires her, and kind of what makes her tick. So without further ado, Michelle, let's go ahead and get into some introductions here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe, where you grew up, where you went to school, if you have any family, what are your hobbies, things like that.
I grew up here in the UP,
Nice.
actually from Rapid River, and then I moved to a town called Bark River, so I'm a river girl.
Cool.
I have 3 children, a 9-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old.
Wow.
They keep me really busy.
Yeah.
Too busy sometimes, but I have a husband too, Eric.
He's more like one of your children, is he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is definitely a 4th child. But I don't have to buy him Christmas presents.
Most of us are, unfortunately. So just so
Yeah.
you know, he's unusual.
Yeah, I already have accepted that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm a twin. That
Are
might
you
be
really?
something you don't know
What's your
about
twin's
me.
name?
Mitchell. I have a twin brother.
Oh, a twin brother.
Yep.
Does he look like you, or is he?
Yeah, I mean, we all look a lot alike, my siblings and I, but...
Okay.
Okay. Wow. So, in terms of schooling, after high school, did you go right into college? Where
Yep.
did you go to college? What did that
Well,
look like?
I went to Grand Valley for 1 semester, and then I realized I'm a Youper at heart, and so I had to come back home.
Yeah.
I went to Bay College, stayed with my parents to try to save some money,
Yep.
and then I went to Northern the rest of my schooling. I did it all in 4 years, and actually had a baby before I did my student teaching, so I had a baby
Oh.
while doing my student teaching.
Your 9-year-old.
My 9-year-old.
Yeah.
I was subbing full-time for my student teaching placement.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't actually have a teacher. He had just been let go I was placed with a teacher who ended up getting let go. So they're like, we're going
my
to just use
gosh.
you. So I sealed a job, as soon as
Yeah.
I graduated. Then
That's
I just,
probably a good
moved into a
transition
full-time
piece.
job right after graduation.
So, in terms of your professional trajectory, kind of, it sounds like you started off in the SPED classroom with your student teaching / subbing, and then moved into this interventionist role, and now from that, did you come right to success, or what happened between your interventionist role and then coming here?
Well, yeah, the behavior interventionist, that's what I was right before here.
Okay.
So I was a behavior interventionist with also a special ed caseload
Okay.
in a kindergarten through 12th grade school.
Wow.
Wow.
That's quite a spread.
Yeah, it was.
Holy cow, so you saw the whole gamut, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So what prompted you to transition onto
Yeah.
the next thing?
I needed something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know what that was. I really didn't. I was just like, okay, I know I need something different. I just didn't know what. And I saw success, and I know somebody who works here, and I was asking, tell me about this, because, it's weird. It's not really talked about in the schools surrounding here, and if it is, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't really have a positive vibe. But the more I looked into it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like awesome. It's so individualized, and it's really meeting the needs of some students that I would see in the brick and mortar school not being met.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was hard for me. It was hard for me to see what the need is and not have any control over how to change it for some of these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt like here at Success, it's already built to really be individualized. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I'm going to like that. I think I'm going to like that. Mm-hmm. And I do. I love it. Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. I always think it's interesting to hear how people make the transition from a traditional setting to this type of setting, because it does look very different for everyone. So
it is very different. And I'm getting my master's for administration.
Oh, nice.
I'm almost done with it, so I don't mind just seeing education from every viewpoint. You know what I mean?
You learn a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you see the transition in education from bricks and mortar only option now to more of a blended learning option and a virtual option. You know,
Right.
which
Oh
does
yeah.
give-
This job has taught me a lot.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because there is so much variety and difference between this setting and a traditional setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of staying within the professional lens, again, you've had a variety of experiences within education. So up to this point, what would you say you're most proud of in your professional life?
I think, like, I'm not going to give you one specific example, but overall, like,
Yeah.
generally speaking, I think if you were to ask my students who I have serviced, like, what they like about me or how their experience was with me, I think that they would say she's the only one who never gave up on me. Like, I would get myself in some uncomfortable situations sometimes fighting for these kids.
Yeah.
And I think that they could see that, you know, and they really felt like I was going to get them their success with them, you know, and that I would fight for them. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really powerful. I mean, every kid needs
Yeah.
at least one champion.
Yeah, and I've
Absolutely.
had kids reach out to me after graduation, and they say, I would have never been able to do this without you. I'm sorry I didn't see it then. Because, you know, you sometimes also get in little heat with the students, because you
Yeah.
have to be
Right.
real with them, too.
That's
And
right.
sometimes they don't want you to be real. But then, in the end, they all seem to see it's coming from a really good place.
Yeah.
Like a place of positive intent and
Yeah.
wanting the best for the student.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, like, I don't do that stuff for being the student's favorite. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
But
right.
when they come back to you after they graduate and they share those things with you, then it's like, okay, this is why I'm in this job. You know?
Yeah.
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 It's
That's
crazy too, because I think back to my school experience as well, and the people who positively impacted with teaching. Sometimes you don't see the outcome of your actions until way far down the line, or maybe not even ever. Like, there's
Yes.
probably students that you've positively impacted and made a huge difference in their life, and you don't even know about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's just
100%.
kind of-
Yeah, they don't all reach out to you. That's for
Right.
sure. You know. But I would like to think that they know deep down that they always had me in their corner. You know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really powerful.
And that's another thing I love about success, and I could tell it just in my interview that everybody is here for the students.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that is missing in some places.
Yeah.
You know, where it's I want to work 8 to 3 and leave my job, and you know, which is fine if you're working 8 to 3. But I guess what I'm getting at here is everybody was on the same page here about meeting the needs of these kids
Yeah.
and what type of students we have, and like there's none of that. We don't have to debate about which kids need help or which kids we're going to help or who deserves help. Like it's no, we are all on the same page here that they need the same things, and so that's really cool about here.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Because I mean, in the
Student-centric.
interventionist position that I was in, I it would be difficult sometimes. You know, you had
You had to
had-
battle administration on occasion?
Yeah.
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 Because they didn't see things the same way you did and
Right.
you were in control.
Yep.
Here you have a caseload of students that you're responsible for, and you're literally, you know, bringing them through the process individually and guiding them
That
on
is-
your own.
Yes, that is exactly. Yeah.
That's
it.
exciting.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's incredible. If you could give your younger self a piece of advice, what would it be?
Okay. I think I would tell my younger self that it's okay to say no.
Mm.
And that can go across the board. I mean, when I was in high school, I could say no to maybe some situations that I wasn't comfortable with. Or in my career, sometimes I still struggle with saying no. And maybe that could be, you know, if I could say no more often, I'd maybe have more to give to what I'm already in,
Okay.
whether it's my family or students or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adding too much to your plate because you wanna. Why do you say yes?
Because I enjoy it.
Okay.
It is because I enjoy what I do. I mean, my husband's always like, I can't believe you're on the PTO. Like now I'm the vice president of of my children's PTO, and it's like, but I enjoy it.
Yeah,
like it's not
yeah.
like somebody talked me into it. And
Right.
same with that district leadership team I talked about. I loved it. I
Yeah.
like what I do. I'm in
Right.
the right career, that's for sure, because I really do love everything, education, really. I can read about it and enjoy it. And
That's awesome.
so I guess that's why I want to be. I want to be involved in everything because I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it can, with 3 young children, it can get to be a little much.
Yeah.
Right, a lot to balance.
Yeah, and I wish when I was younger, I would know that opportunities would still come. Like, I don't have to say yes to everything now.
Yes.
I have a lot of time in
That's
this
right.
career, and I don't have to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
That's a good point of,
Yep.
being intentional with the yeses.
Well, now you tapped into something I really want to know about you.
Okay.
How do you have fun? What do you do for fun?
I am actually an athlete.
Okay.
I still think I'm a basketball player, even though it's much harder to make it up and down the court now.
Okay.
But,
So you play basketball?
yeah, we have a women's league. We have a women's volleyball league I play in.
You play volleyball and basketball.
Yeah.
So you okay? That's great.
Run a half marathon.
No,
You're a
way.
runner?
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a runner.
Well, if you run a
Anymore?
half marathon, you know how to run.
Yeah, I can
Up
run
for the
when I have the
challenge.
time.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to get out and go for an hour-long run, when you have 3 kids. But, no, yeah, I like to do sports. I like to go outside with my kids. Anything my kid,
Yeah. What do they
That's
like?
what we do for fun.
What do they like doing?
We watch movies, Disney movies on Friday night.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah. What do they like doing? My boys are really into machines.
Yeah. Do you have 3 boys?
2 boys.
2 boys.
Yeah,
My boys are also into machines.
Yeah, their papa owns an excavating company,
Okay.
so they know, rather than like pointing out to baby books that have like cat, dog, we had the machine books, and they knew the name. Honestly, they knew the
Yeah.
names of every machine better than I did. I'm like, all right, what's that? I don't know what it is, but
Wow.
That's awesome.
yeah, they're really, really into machines. And my daughter is a mini-me,
Oh, she's gonna be a
100%.
teacher?
I'm not sure. She doesn't quite. She hasn't.
She has a heart for people, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's
a
always
caregiver, maybe.
She is. She's always very kind to maybe those that don't have a lot of friends in her class.
That's
and-
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that how you were when you were growing up? You were kind of not as much?
No, I know that sounds terrible.
Self-reflection as a 6-year-old.
Honestly, when I was really young, it was just me and my brother. Like he was
Okay.
my best friend, and
Yeah.
like we were in the same class. And I wasn't mean by any means, but I was really shy.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't
yeah.
go like, out of my way to help somebody who is maybe lonely.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
No.
I did not do that in high school. If anything, I was probably more so the one that was not with the crowd,
Okay.
I was just...
Because you were shy and.
Yeah. Well,
to
and I
yourself.
I was such a goody two-shoe
Oh.
that, like, I wouldn't be... Like, I didn't want to even be friends with people who
Yes.
didn't follow the rules.
Yes.
So...
You sound like Jackie.
The more you talk, the more I'm like, we could be
Yeah, and actually, I wish I would have been more open to, you can still be kind and have friends who do stuff that
Right.
you don't agree with,
Yeah, but they could get you in a lot of trouble.
and I was an athlete, and
Yes,
I
and you
always
don't
had
wanna
that
get
in the
in a lot
back.
of trouble.
No,
Mm.
that would really stink to lose a chance at sports,
right.
Yep.
Yeah, for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Very cool. So, to wrap it up, what would you say is like if you could sum up your life motto in a sentence, or like maybe there's a quote, what would
She asks
what would that be?
some tough
I know, that's Jackie. She's deep. She's a deep thinker.
I mean, I
I
need
get
time
lost.
for that stuff.
I think of like, when you're an athlete, maybe you have a quote that motivates you, or like a song lyric, or.
I mean, I know this is so short and sweet, but make your best better. That's, I mean,
your best
I love
better.
that. That's a great
yeah.
nugget.
I coached basketball with a pretty good coach. He
Mm-hmm.
moved down from varsity to junior high. I don't know why, but and that was his motto, and I've picked up on that. I've used
Mm-hmm.
it. If you looked at our Pulse app, I use it with my students all the time.
Yeah.
Make your best better.
That's awesome. Make your best better. So constantly learn, constantly grow, constantly improve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you get a lot of satisfaction out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
There you have it. Make your best better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for taking time to share. And